A local clinic is once again able to offer a service that it hasn't been able to offer in a while. Stay tuned to find out what.
A Generation Station school is looking for applicants. Find out who and how you can apply.
And taxpayers are putting their tax refund money to good use. Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Bonnie Stevens.
And I'm student anchor Colleen Sikora. Thanks for joining us.
In 2000, a non-surgical abortion medication was approved by the Food and Drug Administration. 11 years later, the Arizona state government banned nurse practitioners from dispensing the medication, instead requiring a doctor to be present. This effectively stopped Planned Parenthood from being able to offer this kind of care in Arizona because of a lack of doctors on staff.
Legislation banned nurse practitioners from providing the care. The care itself was still legal, but only a doctor is allowed to provide the care. And after 2.5 years, we found a doctor here in northern Arizona to do that.
Brian Howard says that the difficulty in finding a doctor willing to assist Planned Parenthood comes from the fear of retribution in the community.
Given that we've had some experience with people who oppose the services we provide, harassing our physicians, our nurses, our staff, we're not sharing the name of the provider.
He says that he believes protesters have less of an issue with abortion and more with granting women control over their own medical decisions.
And the reason I say that is because we haven't offered abortion-related services for the past 2.5 years, and we still had protesters in front of our old location.
A 32-year-old homicide case has moved closer to resolution. Coconino County Sheriff's detectives have arrested Robert Rodriguez Resendez for a murder that he allegedly committed in Coconino County in 1981. The 73-year-old is charged with the second-degree murder of Jerry Robert Heath. Heath was traveling from Texas to California in the summer of 1981. His wife later reported him missing. In the days following Heath's disappearance, his body was discovered 15 miles outside of Flagstaff. His cause of death was due to a single gunshot to the head. Detectives are investigating the possibility that Resendez was a hitchhiker who robbed and murdered Heath. The investigation remains ongoing.
Navajo Generation Station School is now open to applications until March 14th. Navajo Generation Station, or NGS, is looking for ambitious and dedicated bright men and women. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age, have a high school diploma or a GED certificate. The 7-week-long power plant fundamentals school is the initial step to becoming an entry-level NGS employee. This schooling is also a requirement to continue employment at NGS. Applications are only accepted electronically, and the link to the NGS website can be found at naztoday.com.
The Flagstaff Police Department has noticed a rise in grand theft auto and burglaries in the last year. Sergeant Corey Runge sat down with NAZ Today's Alexa Vignazi to talk about why there is an increase in theft and what preventative measures citizens should take.
Hi there, I'm here with Sergeant Corey Runge, and we're going to be talking about an increase that we've seen with grand theft auto and burglaries here up in Flagstaff. Hi there, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing well. So basically I've noticed that there is a 100% increase with grand theft auto this year compared to January of last year. Is there any way you can explain this?
Yeah, a 100% increase sounds like a lot, but in actuality that's a difference of 3 automobile thefts within a month period of time. And it is a comparison of just 1 month's worth of information of this year compared to last year.
Okay. And do you have any idea why we are just seeing this increase in general?
There does seem to be an increase in property crimes in general during January, and automobile thefts are a part of that. It could be due to the warmer weather, although a big portion of it is cold in the mornings, and a lot of people warm their cars up, and a lot of the vehicles have been stolen during this time.
So what would you recommend for the population of Flagstaff to prevent?
Well, if they're going to warm their car up, to make sure they have a second key so they can lock their vehicle. or try to refrain or be present while you're warming your vehicle up.
Well, speaking of weather, I know that there are also an increase of burglaries that we've seen. Can you explain why we're also seeing this increase?
Yes, automobile burglaries and a lot of crimes that are committed outside do tend to go up when the weather's warmer, and we did have a pretty warm January for most of the month, and during that time we saw an increase in burglaries also.
When do we see these burglaries? Like what time of day, I guess you could say?
Well, they're committed all the times of day, but primarily at night.
So what can citizens do to prevent these types of in-home burglaries?
If it's at their house or their residences, if they'll please lock their vehicles, that's a large portion from unlocked vehicles. The other thing is don't keep valuables within sight or within view from outside the vehicle.
Is there anything else you'd like to add for these burglaries and grand theft auto?
No, please just help us out and protect your property.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming in. Back to you guys.
Lowell Observatory announces that astronaut Mark Kelly will be this summer's keynote speaker. His address will be one of many in the Lowell Speaker Series. The husband of former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords will be talking about his success in space as well as his personal life. Both Kelly and Giffords are working on a gun control book. Giffords was shot in the head by a gunman in 2011 while meeting with voters at a shopping center in Tucson. Kelly's presentation will be on June 7th at the High Country Conference Center.
And I look forward to that. Well, in preparation for the Arizona Special Olympics season, Coconino County Sheriff's Office and Taverna Greek Grill are pairing up to raise funds for our Northern Arizona athletes. All day Tuesday at Taverna, 15% of all sales will go toward Arizona Special Olympics.
The Tip-A-Cop event is from 5 to 9 in the evening, and Sheriff's Office employees will be assisting the waiters and helping to serve you. Officers will be accepting any tax-deductible donations you wish to give to help support Arizona Special Olympic athletes.
What a great cause. Well, a home improvement retailer does its part to improve the economy. And coming up, a home improvement retailer does its part to improve the economy.
And what can you do with your tax return this season? Stay tuned.
I'm student forecaster Alex Domitty. Thanks for joining us. We want to wish everyone a happy President's Day, and we couldn't have asked for more beautiful weather on this special day. Temperatures outside right now are 53 degrees and clear as the sun is setting, but will we have this beautiful weather in the future? I'll tell you coming up.
I just got a house full of Suddenlink with an all-new home phone service that can actually do tricks, like send voicemail to email.
It's your mother. Call me.
Automatically, and pop caller ID onto my TV, giving new meaning to call screening. Right. Plus, I got E911 to pinpoint our house and unlimited long distance to flatten our bill. Suddenly, the phone company seems cheesy because Suddenlink just reinvented home phone and made it look easy.
Hi, I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste with 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Welcome back. It's great to see some warmer temperatures here in northern Arizona. A reminder that winter won't last forever. And spring is a busy time of year for home improvement stores in particular. One corporate retailer is reaching out to the community to meet its own needs and in turn generating more than just a handful of local jobs. Sierra Ferguson has the story.
Spring is just around the corner, and it's also the busiest time of year for home improvement stores like your local Home Depot. Home Depot will actually be hiring 80,000 new employees this season nationwide. I spoke with Westside store manager Jason Langston, who says that each store in Flagstaff is looking to hire 40 to 45 new employees.
Anytime that you actually put more jobs out there, it helps economically. The more people that are working, the more money that's also being spent in the community. This job can be whatever you want it to be. There's, it's endless for possibilities. I personally do not have my college education, but have become a store manager for the company and continue to have the ability to continue to grow with the company as well. All diverse backgrounds are welcome.
The stores are currently taking applications for all kinds of positions.
A lot of it depends on the candidate's personal experience and interests. So a wide variety from garden, cashier, even as basic as lot.
Also, Home Depot offers special opportunities for veterans, including a separate application website.
We have veterans homedepot.com as well that they can apply through. I myself was a veteran and have found a great home here at Home Depot. So we've always been a huge supporter of the veteran community. We do a lot of outreach programs for veterans, and just to simply be able to supply them a job using their skills from the military, the sky's the limit for what you want to do with Home Depot. It's really what you put into it is what you get out of it.
For NAZ Today, I'm Sierra Ferguson.
It's that time of year when many of us are busy getting our W-2s and taxes ready, and for some, that means a refund. But what should you do with the money? NAZ Today's Monet Gunn has this report on how most Americans plan to spend their refunds.
People might use their refund check to take a vacation or take a shopping spree. Others might work to pay down credit card debt. But it turns out most of us are opting for something else this year. In a study done by TD Ameritrade, it shows that overwhelmingly Americans plan to save their tax refunds this year. Here's the breakdown. 61% of us will save or invest our refund. 21% will pay off debt with the extra money. 18% will spend that on necessities, and 19% will make non-essential purchases. Now, there's good news coming from the younger generation as well. Millennials aged 25 to 37 are being smart and more likely to save. The survey says 67% or 2/3 of millennials say they will save or invest that money. And nearly half of Americans said they expect to receive a refund this year. The average refund last year was $2,744. And most people seem eager to get their taxes done. This survey also found that 62% of us will get our taxes done well before the April deadline. For NAZ Today, I'm Monet Gunn.
President's Day is a day to commemorate our past leaders, but the chatter seems to be more about current and future commanders-in-chief. NAZ Today's Kyle Benedict has more.
Every day is President's Day of sorts in the nation's capital, but Monday was a day to reflect upon admired leaders of the past, like Washington and Lincoln.
I think he demonstrated a kind of leadership that we just don't see in most of our other presidents.
And those of more recent years.
Bill Clinton. Gotta go with Bill Clinton. He's just brilliant.
JFK, because he did a lot for this country and trying to move us forward to a more peaceful place.
On the 6th President's Day since Barack Obama took office, his poll numbers are near the lows of his presidency. In a CNN average of national polls tracking the president's approval rating, 42% of Americans say he's doing a good job. 53% disapprove of how he's handling it. His wife, however, is faring better. In a Siena College survey of U.S. First Ladies, historians and presidential scholars put Michelle Obama at number 5, behind Eleanor Roosevelt, Abigail Adams, Jackie Kennedy, and Dolly Madison. Hillary Clinton came in at number 6, but she's mulling different polls lately, those that put her at the front of the Democratic pack for the 2016 White House nomination. Recent CNN polling of the GOP field finds the party more splintered on the frontrunner, especially in the wake of New Jersey Governor Chris Christie's Bridgegate. Even 2 years out, a lively debate over who will take the spot as the nation's 45th president and a place in history on a future President's Day. For NAZ Today, I'm Kyle Benedict.
The NAU women's basketball team seems to be coming together with a 2-game winning streak. Sports reporter Brooke Cowell will give us our full sports report coming up.
And it was a beautifully warm day in Flagstaff. Will it stay this way? Student forecaster Alexa Dumidi has your full forecast after the break.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty, time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Live with a human for a while and you get to know a few things. Like, I know she does strange tricks for no treats. But the one thing I will never for the life of me know is how she gets so tiny and inside that box. Natalie, how do you get so tiny?
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
Welcome to NAZ Today Weather. I'm student forecaster Alexa Dimity. Thanks for joining us. We'd like to wish everyone at home a happy President's Day, and it couldn't have been a more beautiful day to be outside and celebrate. Temperatures currently in Flagstaff 53 degrees, starting to cool down as we see sunset. Skies are clear as we saw all day. Let's take a look at the current temperatures across the state right now. Kingman is 69, Williams 54, Prescott is 63 currently, Payson is 63 as well. Moving back into Flagstaff, today we saw a high of 59 degrees, low of 19 this morning, quite a bit above the normal for this time of year. Normal is about 45 degrees, 20 being our low. So it's a really warm day, and I hope everyone's enjoying it. We're not hitting records like we were last week. 66 degrees is the record high in 1996. Not quite as low as -8 degrees in 1956, and I can tell you I'm happy about that. So let's take a look at our area in the southwest. Really dry. We're going to see this all week. We're not seeing any of the weather that the northern half of the United States is seeing. We're sitting right in between these two high pressure systems, right down here and one over here, and that's kind of protecting us from the weather that is kind of happening up in the Pacific Northwest. See where it says wet? We're going to take a look at that in just a second. So here's our national satellite where we can see that weather that was going on kind of skipped forward. So let's take a look at the Northeast instead. Northeast is seeing a lot of snow, so is the Pacific Northwest. Northwest is seeing more rain, but this northeast snow is going to continue through Tuesday night. They're going to see up to 6 inches in some areas. As you can see, Pittsburgh, Boston, Detroit. Detroit's already getting quite a bit of snow right now, but it will continue through tomorrow night. Moving into tonight here, locally in Flagstaff, we're not seeing that snow that's happening throughout the nation. 24 degrees here in Flagstaff. Mostly clear. There's going to be a few high clouds we'll see tonight. Sunset was just before this at 6:11. Tomorrow we have another gorgeous day. Like I said, we have those high pressure systems that are protecting us from any real weather. 58 degrees. We'll see a few clouds. That storm system that's up in the Pacific Northwest, we might see a few more clouds from that through the week. We shouldn't really see any precipitation though. Sunrise tomorrow morning is at 7:09. So forecasted temperatures across the state. Tonight in Payson, 36 degrees. Tomorrow, 68. Winslow, we're going to see tonight 30 degrees. Tomorrow is going to be 68. Lake Havasu, 51, 80 degrees tomorrow. Prescott, 34 degrees tonight, 68 tomorrow. Really warm down in Phoenix, 54 degrees. 82 tonight in Sedona is 41. We'll talk about the extended forecast in Sedona just in a minute after we talk about the Flagstaff extended forecast. 58 degrees tomorrow, and we're going to have 56 on Wednesday. It's going to dip down and get a little bit cooler on Thursday, 45 degrees, warm back up again. Let's take a look at the Sedona. I told you already tonight in Sedona. Tomorrow, though, they're going to see 69 degrees, 68 on Wednesday, 61. They're going to dip down just like we are as we see that storm system, maybe giving us a little precipitation, probably not. It's going to be pretty dry all week.
Hard to beat this weather. Thanks, Alexa.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. Well, it was a beautiful weekend in Flagstaff for some sports. Brooke, what do you got for us tonight?
Definitely. We got some beautiful weather, which means my favorite season, baseball. More for you coming up.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson. As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. We've got Northern Arizona's biggest selection of always changing certified pre-owned vehicles. All receive a thorough 172-point vehicle inspection, a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty, and 2 years of free maintenance, including all oil changes. You can count on our certified pre-owns just as you can count on our relaxed, no-pressure environment. Terry Marks and Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
NAU.
Be true blue NAU!
NAU!
Be true blue, NAU.
Now that's true blue NAU.
Be true blue NAU. Be true.
Well, happy President's Day. It was a busy weekend for us in Flagstaff as we had the sectional basketball tournament that took place at Sonawa Middle School this weekend, where the Flagstaff High School boys took on the Prescott Badgers. The Flagstaff Eagles were down by 15 at halftime as Trevor Johnson was off his game and Connor Estes was not allowed to play due to his ejection from their last section game against Coconino. But the Eagles came back firing in the second half with a 13-point run that ended in Flagstaff's favor, claiming them section champions with a 67-55 victory over the Badgers. The Flagstaff and Coconino girls basketball team tipped off for the section championship this weekend to claim the title and to take bragging rights to break their 1-1 tie. The Panthers took a 19-18 lead in the second quarter and kept that lead going to the final buzzer. Flagstaff was not able to come back despite Kendall Kelly's attempts to lead the team. Coconino took bragging rights and the section championship with a 56-47 win over the Eagles. Switching to the grass, the Flagstaff girls soccer team has been working towards a state championship in the playoffs for the 2014 season. But their run fell short when they faced Verado this Saturday in the semifinals. Verado scored their first goal in the middle of the first half and another in the second, and Flagstaff was not able to get the ball rolling as they fell short, losing 2-0, ending their playoff run. Moving back to the court, but in the collegiate level, the NAU men's basketball team tipped off against Eastern Washington on Saturday after defeating Portland State on Thursday. It was a rough night for the Jacks as we had trouble putting up points. Aside Chris Yanku's 30 points and Quentin Upsher's shooting for 16, NAU had trouble at the net and fell to Eastern Washington 84-65, giving the Jacks an 8-6 conference record. The NAU men's basketball team may have fallen short this Saturday, but your Lady Jacks are fighting for a better conference record. The Jacks started off strong and kept on going against Eastern Washington in the Skydome on Saturday. After a close first half and being ahead by 2, the Lady Jacks came out of halftime ready to go. Erica Banks put up 31 points for NAU, which helped get the 86-78 victory over Eastern Washington. The win gives NAU a 5-9 conference record, along with the 2-game winning streak. Well, it's the last week for the Olympics, and countries are coming down to the wire, so I give you the daily medal count. Germany is currently leading with 8 gold medals and a total of 13. Russia, the Netherlands, and the United States follow with 5 gold medals each. Although we have more than Germany and the Netherlands, their silver and gold count beats ours, putting us in 4th place. But I don't give up hope yet, as there's still 1 full week for us to get a few more. And, well, it's a start to a new season now that football is officially over, and with this wonderful weather we have, on to one of my favorite sports, America's pastime, baseball. Get ready to grab your seeds and Big League Chew bubble gum, because I thought we could take you back to the old vintage side of baseball. We were able to catch up with the Arizona Territory's Vintage Baseball League, where people of all ages come together and enjoy the true sport of baseball, with the 1860s rules, which include no count, throw the ball so the hitter can hit, no gloves, no helmets, and no leading off first base. and absolutely no yelling at the umpire. Just have fun. As for the uniforms, they must be the vintage style. No shorts or jeans allowed. As in the true spirit of 1860s baseball, players and fans may be fined 25 cents for spitting, scratching, swearing, or acting unsportsmanlike. Incurred fines must be paid before gameplay resumes. Now, there are 8 teams in Arizona's league, and they play from November through April. So if you enjoy baseball and want to get a piece of America's pastime, stop by a game and check it out. They play all throughout Arizona and hope people come and enjoy the game as much as they do. For more information, you can go to arizonavintagebaseball.com.
You know, they remind me of the Sandlot. It was very, very neat to see, and we'll be right back after this.
Ready to follow your dreams? Let Northern Arizona University chart your course with local classes at more than 30 campuses statewide.
My NAU is in the Valley.
My NAU is in Mojave County. Convenient, affordable, with accredited degree programs.
My NAU is in Tucson.
My NAU is on the reservation. The extended campuses of Northern Arizona University, statewide, online, and in Flagstaff.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back. Here's another look at the Flagstaff extended forecast. Tuesday, we're going to see 58 degrees. Wednesday, 56. Pretty clear and beautiful all week. Here's a look at the Sedona extended forecast. We have 69 degrees Tuesday, 68 Wednesday. A little dip in temperatures on Thursday, but should remain pretty beautiful all week.
Well, nearly 18,000 immigrants are becoming U.S. citizens in honor of President's Day. They've been taking oaths of allegiance in 148 naturalization ceremonies across the country since Friday. The head of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services will deliver the oath to about 75 people today during a naturalization ceremony at the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library and Museum in Atlanta.
Very neat. Well, many of you have probably heard the saying, love what you do and you'll never work a day in your life. Well, one Austin woman is a piano teacher who says that's been her reality for 81 years and counting. This week she turns 93, and it's all she's known since she was 12, teaching through the Depression and World War II. She says retirement is not a part of her vocabulary.
She's amazing. Lots of patience.
Yeah, I hope I can be that way one day, you know, just kicking at 93.
I wish I knew how to play the piano, though. I've always wanted to learn.
Oh, it's a great instrument.
It is. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great night.
Good night.